Welcome everyone to my hardcore Minecraft world tour. I've survived over 1,000 days in hardcore Minecraft, and since our last world tour, it's been about 3 months. A lot's changed, so I'm looking forward to showing you all what we've done. First off, we still have the iron farm. This is our spawn, so we're always going to start off the world tours here. And not a whole lot has changed, as you can see, but one thing I did change was that I set up an auto storage sorting system. I got tired of having to come down here and essentially like dig out all the roses and all the iron and like sort them out by that. So now I've been just, I don't have all the chests as you can see, but I've got it sorted so that all the roses go in here and all the iron goes in all the chests before those. So far it's been working out wonderfully. And I'm very happy at where we're at with the iron farm. It's been pumping out iron continuously, probably more so than we can know what to do with. So yeah, that equates to a lot of emeralds with our trades, because that's what we use our iron for mainly. And I'll show you where we trade our iron for emeralds at. If y'all haven't seen it, it's a pretty good time. Over here, still have our sugarcane farm. Because it's in spawn chunks and we're not in spawn a lot, honestly, it doesn't get a lot of use, but it does give us a substantial amount of sugarcane. Honestly, I'll probably put one of these in like every spot where I have something. That way we're always generating sugarcane, because that's the biggest problem I'm running into now, is running out of sugarcane. Gold farm is still the same. If you haven't seen the gold farm, here it is. We've got a little landing platform, and basically what'll happen is we can go up here and we can see that zombie piglins will spawn, try to get on these eggs, and then fall to their death down below. Nothing's changed as far as the way this runs or anything. I don't use it a whole lot. The plan was initially to do gold trades to get quartz, but even if you had a lot of gold, honestly, it doesn't give you much quartz, you know, due to like randomness of the trades. So I eventually nixed that idea, and whenever I need gold, at least I'll have it for another project. So that's pretty much all there is at spawn. We'll jump in the nether and I'll kind of talk about like what the plans are for this. So we did have like our little trade guy from last time. He's not getting a lot of action anymore. He's just kind of chilling there. We'll probably keep him chilling. The idea I think that we'll probably have is the nether's just going to be for transport, aside a frog farm. So there will be a frog farm that we're going to have in here, or a frog light farm rather. And I want to put that right about here. So by the time that this video goes live, we could have a frog light farm here. And I'll also want to put like a bee farm, probably somewhere around here. And I may even capture a different piglin and keep them here. The reason being is this tunnel goes to my main base, and also goes to the viewer island where I'm building houses for viewer redemptions. I will decorate these tunnels. I think what I want to do eventually is spawn proof them as well, and just have a method where you can travel pretty seamlessly. So last time we came here, I believe all we had, before I show you anything else, was this, the just kind of like villager imprisonment camp. Since then it's been like decommissioned, and we haven't been doing a whole lot over here. I even took their beds, so they're basically just standing around. We'll eventually get rid of them. I don't know if we're going to purge them or let them run free. I kind of lean on the method of purging, just because I don't want iron golems spawning here, because I could potentially hit one or hit a villager, and next thing I know, I got iron golem crawling up me. So I don't believe this was here, but if you see this kind of thing off in the distance, let's go up here. I'll show you what we got going on. This is a AFK platform, not that AFK this rolled a lot, but you know, if I go like take a break while I'm streaming, I'll come and just AFK here really quick. As you can see, I have a lot of problems landing. It doesn't happen too often, but you can AFK up here. You know, you're protected from phantoms and everything. And down here, I actually made a guardian farm. So guardians will spawn in only like these blocks down here above the soul sand. And pretty much essentially what happens is as soon as they spawn, they will get pushed up and pushed into the fire here. So that's pretty nice. It's not super fast. I think I've probably already cleaned this out recently, but it does enough sea lanterns where I have a bunch of sea lanterns and I haven't had problems with them anymore. Also gives you a lot of COD. I guess you could say it's efficient. Other things, I do have some builds that will use like Prismarine and Dark Prismarine, so it kind of helps out with those. So, before we go on, I want to talk about what we have going on over there. So what I decided to do with this island is I talked about it for a while, and I finally started doing it. On Twitch, I did channel point redemptions where you can redeem your channel points and get a viewer plot built for you. The viewer plot, you know, depending on the size that you redeem for, it can be 10 by 10, 20 by 20, or 30 by 30. So, another thing, just so I kind of go over this, is I also demushroomed a square area on this island, and this is going to be where all the viewer plots go. And we'll eventually get all this green, and we'll also get it all full of green, all full of like trees instead of mushrooms. So let's go over to the viewer plots, and I'll try not to reveal too much of anything. So this is going to be like the main kind of dock area as you come in here. Eventually the plan is to have like a gate. And the first things first, we'll go from left to right each row. Probably. I could mess that up. But you may recognize this if you played Nintendo 64. This is the Temple of Time from Zelda Ocarina of Time. And this was restricted to a 20 by 20 plot, so I did my best to like keep the appearance based off of that. And but you know, obviously I had to scale some things down. So you can go in. We've got our LAs here. One's going to be Navi eventually, but I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. And you also have the Master Sword here. And if you look up, this is actually a Triforce that's in the center of. So this is very, very resemblant of the 64 game, and it's a pretty good build, I think, for a 20 by 20. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I think with the vanilla tweaks like armor stand packs, this looks really good. And one of the other builds we have here is for Oakdew, who's been a long time supporter of the stream, and a fantastic builder. She had oak groves basically that she's built in the past, so I kind of modeled this off of hers. And it's a treehouse essentially. And we've got like a bunch of lush greenery here, and then you got like this little scenic path that kind of goes in here and spirals around. And then goes into the treehouse. The other thing we did on this plot was we made kind of like a river type deal that goes over here. And we've got like a little hot dog plants, whatever they're called. I think they're like cattails. I don't remember. But if you look, the river actually like kind of goes over here. And that's something we're going to try to keep kind of in mind of the plots as we build them. That way it's got like, I don't know, just some kind of like aesthetic, basically. So continuing on, we have my wife's plot next, Kylie. And she's really likes giraffes, so I essentially made a giraffe sanctuary for her. I'm really happy with this. So we have this. I'll credit the original builder that I was inspired of by the giraffes, because these aren't my original design right here. And I did modify them a little bit, but I think they look super cute. Oh, don't worry about that. And this roof, though, I will say this is my original design. So when I was building this roof, I was trying to not go for the classic, triangle roof that you do a lot of times when you're new to Minecraft. Not that I'm new. But I eventually finished building it, and I stopped. And it didn't look quite like this, but it was very close. I was like, this looks like a penis. So I had to stop myself and come back and redo it. But as I was looking at it, I was like, you know what? I could make this look like two giraffes kissing. So if you look closely at it, from like an angle, maybe like even upside down, it actually looks like two giraffes kissing. But I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. I think it looks good. Currently, since it's my wife's, I've just been encroaching on hers. And her area, and build like using this as a storage for everything as I build the other plots. And back here we've got her giraffes that she's taking care of, and these were also based off of their design. I'll put a link in the description for credit. Now next up, I'm actually really happy with the way this build turned out. Is Annabelle, or Puffin Cup's build, and she really likes mushrooms, so I did a custom mushroom and built this from scratch and made her a mushroom. So very quickly I'll come up here, and what I wanted to do when I was building this is I just didn't want to do like a standard flat mushroom. I wanted to actually have a mushroom that was kind of like tilted a little bit. Excuse me while I try to get you all a viewpoint here. Even though I could totally, I'm just going to free cam it. Okay. So I wanted to get like a mushroom that was kind of tilted. So I did that. It was a lot harder than I anticipated it to be, but I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. There's things I would probably do differently, but I think for what it is, I think it turned out pretty good. And I also wanted to light up the bottom side of it. So I did a little bit of like kind of aesthetically stuff in there. I also use shroom lights to keep it lit. And then we also have like these little kind of hydra mushrooms that kind of split off. Those are also my custom design. I'm pretty happy with those. I think they look pretty good. Just don't get too close to them and they seem fine. And then these little ones, I will say, when we were building Low Flow for the first season, these little tiny mushrooms, I think they were either Disdain or Meesek's idea. So I've been using them ever since. I think they work great for lighting. And up here, if you look really, really, really close, you can see kind of a fly. Those are wings, elytra wings on an invisible armor stand with a spider head. You can see this fly, and that is, while I was building this, Annabelle actually came in and she's telling me the story about how she broke a window because she was too strong and basically hit the window while the fly was on it and shattered the window. So don't mess with Annabelle, she's dangerous. Next up, we have I Borealis's build. And this is kind of like a Viking kind of Valhalla style, Viking Nordic build, style build. And I'm pretty pleased with the way it turned out. I did go off of an image for like a game. I'll see if I can post it up in the video. but this was also restricted to a 20 by 20. So I had to kind of work with what I had. And, you know, honestly, the roof I'm super proud of because I think it looks really good. It's acacia wood with mud to kind of give it a little bit of texture. I think that works really well. If you look at all of these builds in like just plain Minecraft, they look just as good as they do with shaders. And that's one of the things I'll do when I'm building is I'll actually flip this off and like look at it in regular Minecraft to make sure everything meshes well. Because if it doesn't look good in Minecraft, you know, you're basically just relying on shaders. So we got this hall, you kind of go into it, you got a banner kind of tapestry here with that axis. This is also the armor stand plugin. You know, your brew station here with a drinking mead horn. And you got some meats, a cup there, a couple of cups here, some meat. You got a little stack of kegs, more tables, and then some kegs that are tapped, you know, so everybody can get some drinks. And then here, you got some stew cooking. You also have, I think these look really cute, our little haunches of meat. And they're cooking. And they're made of mangrove trees. Yeah, mangrove wood. I think they'll really look closely to meat, so that's why I did that. And then here you got the windows. I'm pretty happy with these windows. I was working on them. I was like, man, I want to make these windows look better. And so this is the design I came up with. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Next up, we have Muffin Cup, who is Annabelle's boyfriend. And we have a big muffin, big old muffin. So I did not want to do this all just one color, so I ended up like using a little bit of texture, different colors, and again, also flipped off shaders. I think it looked just as good without shaders as it does with. And yeah, so we made the muffin. For the size it was, which is a 10 by 10 plot, I was pretty happy with how it came out. Got a little muffin banner here, and it's actually a bakery. So Muffin has his stream. Yeah, he had like a bakery kind of theme at one point where he'd be sitting down and there were like muffins all on the back. So I did something kind of similar to that. You got like a cinnamon roll, cookie, you know, pie, cake, all on display here. And if you go back here and look, you got like the ovens, the fridge, the trash, water, and then like a prep station kind of here. So I'm pretty happy with how that turned out for a 10 by 10 plot, roughly 10 by 10 kind of area. I'm pretty happy with how it looks. And I'll eventually get like foliage and kind of grass and trees put up after I kind of get like the builds established. That way I know where like I need to fill in some spots. Like due to like Muffin's size, this backside's not really going to be populated. I don't think anybody can really get here. So we're going to have that river kind of wrap around and come over here and probably be a little bit more of a pond. And right here, this is still kind of a work in progress. We're not done here. This is Arriere's Candy Shop. And I went to do kind of like a pink theme for this and kind of keep it close to like what I had seen like on, you know, if you Google Candy Shop and look at images, I went kind of off that, but put my own spin on it. So you have kind of these like candy cane kind of like pillars holding up the shop. You go in, there's a bunch of candy on display. That one's apparently sold out. And yeah, you got like, you know, the little gold coins kind of chilling here. That's supposed to be invisible. And then you got like the front display that has like, you know, rock candy, gumballs, chocolate bars, Cadbury eggs, and all kinds of candy on the shelves here. And yeah, so that is all the viewer builds currently. We have a long list of redemptions already set up. So I think I've got pretty much this whole like road filled and then several after that, honestly. So that is currently the progress of the viewer island. What I want to do with this is set up a wizard tower. I've got like a plot kind of, not a plot, but like a kind of something from World of Warcraft I want to set up, and that's where our nether portal is going to be. I'm going to keep it in this spot just because that's where I put this portal, and that's, as you can see, there's a bunch of netherrack here. That's where one was. So, you know, it might be a ruined portal, but it was still a portal, and we're going to kind of base it off that. Trying to think if there's anything else here. We do have an amethyst like kind of mine over there. There's not much to that, so let's go ahead. We're going to go to the main base. And I am super excited about this main base because this has changed substantially since the last World Tour. The last time, you may have remembered, the floor wasn't put in. There was like the auto storage was still a work in progress. And let me tell you, that auto storage took so long to do. So I am so excited for y'all to see this. Super excited. The first thing, we're going to look down. What I did was I got all the area kind of like sorted out. So we have stairs that go up to a platform, and this is going to be like my main kind of my main area where I put my bed and stuff eventually, but right now it's still kind of a work in progress. But as you can see, we finally got the sorting system set up, and this is actually a little bit different than what had looked like initially. I also got like the item drop off. So these two chest areas in particular, if you like throw something in, like let's say this pink concrete, it'll light up because it's detecting stuff. Also do this dirt. It'll light up and start dispensing this out. And it does that below. It kind of comes here, gets loaded into these two chests, and then we'll come here and get spit out, go up here, and get funneled in right here. So there's another thing with this. You might have seen this big, obnoxious kind of building right here. This is kind of temporary, but what this was a villager breeder. And if you recall from the beginning of the video, I talked about, you know, trading. What we have down here is a trading area for all of the villagers. And basically I can do all the trades that I want with these guys and get emeralds, get quartz from those, and a little bit of redstone there. And we got enchanters over there. And I had them come down here. I basically can load up a villager. They're full, but let me try to do one if we got minecart. We don't have a minecart. But I can drop a minecart down, just place it right there. The momentum will carry them here, and then they'll come down here. And they basically have a little kind of queue system to get zombified. We also have two zombies. I still have this guy. He's kind of a standby one. And we also have this one here, which is Steve 2.0. The original Steve got loose somehow. I don't remember what happened. I think I broke something or got too close and he just walked right over the rail, which he's not supposed to, but he did. So I've worked on this, and I kind of like, the plan is to kind of like go between like a viewer build and then go to like something for the base or a farm, and then kind of alternate back and forth. I just started that probably after Annabelle's build, I think. Or it might have been Borealis's. But the auto storage is all set up. I can show you real quick again, just so you can see it kind of in action. And I think you may have been able to see this last video, I'm not sure, but it comes up, gets filtered, the lights come on. And this should start filling up. And there we go. You can see it's filling up, you know, those dirt's they're going to go in there. And essentially we got every block except kind of, you know, the half slabs and some other variants. Pretty much any block that occurs naturally in the world, we've got. And I still haven't done the 119 blocks yet, like mud and frog lights, but those will be put over here. I think after that we'll be pretty full. We'll be very close. So, you know, we'll have to also get like skulk and stuff too. So you may have noticed there's a roof now. I'm so happy because I encountered so many phantoms in the world. Like, someone told me that phantoms were like a non-problem. But I can tell you, after killing about 316 of them, they get annoying really quick. Speaking of stats, how's this rolled? So our total time played is 12 days. Okay, well, all right. So how many hours that is? And I think that basically covers it. The plan is, like those half slabs and stuff, I'm going to have rooms behind this stuff and kind of cover it up and make it look prettier. But I'll have rooms back here, and that's where I'm going to like organize the half slabs. That way they look a little bit more presentable. Now, as you may have seen, we have some stuff like right here. What these are elevators. And there is more to this build. So there's going to be multiple layers. One, like the next layer is going to be kind of like a sanctuary for animals. So we'll take this little path down. So this will be a pretty big layer. It's going to have animals and basically be like kind of a Noah's Ark type deal and contain each of the animals in Minecraft. And we'll have the different biomes set up for them. I've kind of got a plan wrote out, and that is going to be the next floor we do. And I'll eventually be streaming on YouTube. I think I'll do like some of the floor work, and maybe even do some of like the stuff like carting the animals over here. But my intention is to stream on both YouTube and Twitch. Like, honestly, with not being a partner on Twitch, I can't get high resolution streams, but on YouTube, I'll be able to. So that will be kind of fun. I can also drop like YouTube videos inside like the Let's Play playlist, and you know, there can be live streams from time to time. The next level, this is going to be like kind of like the base of operations. There's going to be like crew quarters here, maybe some simple farms like sugarcane, like I mentioned. And just some other stuff, you know, very simple, small farms. And let's go down again. That looks like it's up. So we'll go down here. And the final level is going to be like, or I'm sorry, this level is going to be like the cargo bay, or no, the engine. So I'll do like kind of a little power core engine design, and it'll look all like shiny and cute and everything. And that's how we'll keep this kind of design afloat, will be with that engine. You know, kind of get some logic there. And then the final level below this, if you remember from the last video, we have a flushing mob farm down here. And this is going to be like the landing kind of area, as well as like the cargo bay. And, you know, ships and stuff will be able to land here and unload cargo. And also, I want to pipe up the flushing mob farm, which is currently, looks like I need to fix it real quick. So I don't know what just happened there, but apparently stuff's exploding. So apparently the flushing mob farm is double broke. Yeah, so we'll come back and fix that. I'll just look at it with free cam for now. That's awkward. So yeah, it basically comes out, you know, flushes the mobs down. This should still work. Like nothing broke that, you know, besides the glass. So, okay, well that kind of broke. Okay. Yeah. This will be fun to fix. All right. Anyway, they get pushed off. Yeah, like this guy. Yeah. See, totally operable. They come down here, fall, and get burned, right? But the goal, I think, will be to get it piped out here and then come up with a like kind of item dispenser type deal. And we'll just have the chest down here. It would be really cool to put it all the way up, but I don't think we'll be able to do that without impacting the design that too much. So that, I think, basically concludes the world tour. We'll kind of come out here. Also show you this. We're going to design, that voice crack was nice. We're going to design the top of this to kind of look like a space station type deal. So you zoom out, you can kind of see the design and make it look pretty. And that'll be going on each like top area that you can see. You know, obviously like floor 2 is going to be above the, you know, the smaller floors. So that'll be pretty much the covering. Like floor 1, this first floor and the second floor are going to have these designs. But yeah, that's the goal here. And that's the base, and that's the real tour. So make sure to stay tuned, keep watching. You know, we'll see this as it develops, and either join me on Twitch or on YouTube when I stream. But thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate all the support from you know, the viewers that have been in the stream on Twitch and everyone just hanging out. And it's also been like a big inspiration of a lot of the streaming community on Twitch. So thank you all, and y'all have a good day. See you tomorrow.